All right, Jimmy, let's bring up Jack. Is it Jack? No, it's Dr. John Page. That morning scroll, that snooze alarm, that rush routine, they're not just habits. No, they're blueprints for your entire life. And today's guest, Dr. John Page, has seen this pattern over 1,100 times. Dr. Page has spent 25 years watching people chase purpose in all of the wrong places. Now he helps them build it, and he doesn't just do motivation. He doesn't do cookie cutter. He shows you how to turn your mornings into momentum for the life you actually want. Dr. John Page, welcome to Mornings in a Lab with Keith and Friends, my friend. Awesome. Thanks, Christina. So we got Dr. John figuring that out here in a quick second. There he is over there. Get him on the horse. And we're gonna get your camera turned on the horizontal as well. And while you're doing that, I'm gonna acknowledge we got Rick Klepke joining us here. Happy Veterans Day, suiting up and showing up as always for this great start to my day, week. Love it. Rick, we always love you hanging out with us here in the morning as well. I'm just gonna do this right now with Dr. John. It's gonna pull John off the vertical stream here. And of course, we got Shelly Spence joining us as well. Good to see you, Shelly. We got Archibald Z joining us somewhere, Marty. I'm not sure where Archibald's joining us from. And who else we got here in the comments here? We got Sketchawan from the Philippines. Yeah, good to see you here, Sketchawan. Arculus, good to see you here as well. Listen, if you're flipping into the show right now, this is live. Yeah, I'm talking to you live right now. So drop us a comment in the feeds and let us know what you have to say. And if you're lucky, you might get a word out of Marty's mouth here this morning here. So we've got Dr. John working on the horizontal page as well.
Hey, Keith, I just got to jump in and say, brother, your segment was great this morning, brother. That was really good. Yeah, really good. I love I don't feel like we talk about standards enough, because when it comes down to it, people talk about goals, right? And they talk about habits, and that's great too. But what is your standard? Is your standard that you're going to actually execute those habits? My standard is when I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. And if we don't set a standard for ourselves, we don't honor that standard, it's almost like the first domino.
Why do you think it's so hard, Johnny, for us to honor our standards? Like, why do you think so what's your opinion on why do you think it's so hard for us? And then, Marty, I'm going to ask you the same question. Why do you think it's so hard for us, Johnny, to do that?
I truly believe it's because we learn from the people around us that people say they're going to do something, they don't do it, and it becomes accepted. It's like people eat fast food and it's accepted. And just because other people do it, unfortunately, people tend to be a little sheepish. They get in line. If everybody else is in line, a lot of times, there was a study where a line was formed really quick in a busy place, and a bunch of people got in that line, like a shitload of people got in that line. They had no idea what the line was for. They just got in line because everybody else was forming the line quickly.
Yes. Yeah. And you know what? It's crazy to hear you say that too, Johnny. I was looking at, and we're going to talk to Jory Jansen this morning about good foods to eat. What's crazy is, and Marty, I was thinking about you when I saw this article, but I found a big story that I wanted to laugh with you guys about this morning. So listen to this. 52 Veteran Day food deals. Listen, Applebee's, Buffalo Wild Wings, California Pizza Kitchen, Carabal's Grill, Cheddar's Scratch Kitchen, Chili's, Chi-Chi's Pizza, Cracker Barrel, Dave & Buster's, Denny's, Dunkin', Fazoli's. My point is, we're trying to get humans to think differently, yet every single mofo, crazy-ass restaurant have this big article about all the free food and big back building activities that they're giving nation to put onto their body. See Marty Fitt and John Anderson.
I guarantee Marty deals with this too. We get clients moving in the right direction, and the people that are taking them off track are the ones in their circle. It's the friends and the family. They're going out there. I just had a client was like my wife's and my in-laws. They're just always giving me shit when we go out to dinner. Okay, what are you ordering? Are you not ordering? And he goes, no. He goes, I'm just ordering healthy. I'm ordering chicken, and I'm ordering broccoli, and I'm ordering rice. And they're wondering why I'm not getting pizza and a hamburger. I said, listen, you just have to stick to your guns, because as soon as they see that you're actually honoring your word to yourself, they'll honor your word too. But I think that goes right back to what we're saying, is that we learn it's okay to just follow the lead, and the lead tends to do the easy shit. And that's that emphasizes all the food deals that you just described.
Well, it's funny, Johnny and Marty, because I didn't see a big article talking about going to Whole Foods or to your local farmer's market where you can buy whatever, beets and cabbage and everything 50% off. So nobody's encouraging Marty to go to the farmer's market just up the road in Maryland for vegetables 50% off. Instead, they're going, hey, Marty, come to Chili's for 75% off.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was going to add, too, you can... I'm gonna try to sound nice here.
Hold on, Johnny. Hold on.
I'm gonna try to sound nice here.
Flaring up here.
You can live under your standard and still be accepted and still live a comfortable life. Yeah. So John's client, if he goes to Applebee's with his family and he wants to not follow the meal plan, his family's going to tell him, "Oh, it's okay. Yep. You don't have to follow John Anderson. You don't have to listen to John Anderson. It's only one day. How bad is it going to be?" So people are just going to accept it. So you can build the big back and nothing will happen.
Yeah, because it just happens. It's going to accumulate along the way. And that's why, again, I found this article and it just shines a light on. And listen, I'm not perfect. And listen, nation, if you're making the decision today that you're regretful of, I want to also invite you to do this. And because this is what we also stand for in the lab. It's okay to begin again tomorrow. It's okay to begin again later today. So if you find yourself making a decision you're not happy with, don't beat yourself up on it. I've done it enough. So is Johnny. So is Marty. The permission is, fuck, I made a mistake with my decision right now. Start again.
Let it roll off your back and don't carry that shit forward. Yeah. If you made one mistake, you got to make 5 more.
Yeah. Well, that's where people mess up. They make one mistake and it's, I might as well just go all in and continue to mess up every day.
Off the edge of the cliff they go.
Why'd you think that was a good idea?
I've been there. I know myself, like, my daughters are always like, come on, Dad. It's become like a game when they were, come on, Dad, just have one bite. And I'm like, kiddo, okay. I'll say, listen, if you want me to eat the rest of your shit, give me that bite. Because if I eat that bite, I'm going to eat the rest of yours. I'm going to eat the rest of whatever's in the house. And I'll probably grab the keys and go to 7-Eleven and eat the rest of theirs. So do you really want me to take a bite? And I know if I take that bite, I'm sliding off the edge. So I just don't get close to the edge.
Yeah, that's discipline. And the thing is, so here's the thing too, right? and I'll be honest, I'm gonna get up. So I'll just be frank with Nation here. So I went out with the family last night, had some family dinner, and ate rich food. Just gonna put it out there. Had some rich food, and boys, I'm gonna tell you right now, man, my gut today is paying for it. And Johnny, you know exactly what I had. Johnny, I could use a bidet in my house right now. Is all I'm saying. I could use a yeah. Marty, I don't need to hear what you have to say. I'm just telling you, I could use a bidet today.
We don't need anybody else on the bidet train on this show. We got John. That's enough.
Brother, listen.
We don't need any more people on the bidet train.
All I can say is this: once you try it, you'll be forever changed. You can't unring that bell. There's something. It's like, how's this? If you pick up a dog turd with your hands, God forbid, are you just going to use a piece of paper to wipe it off? No, you're going to use some water to clean that thing. What is different with your bunghole? Give the cutter some respect. Clean it with some water. You're just wiping on that thing with a tissue and then you're done? No, that's nasty as hell.
So we got Dr. John Page joining us here. Here's what we're going to do, Jimmy. I'm going to throw the question we like to throw every single guest when we start this segment with the guests is how do they start their morning routine? And then, John, we're going to step off for a quick second. Marty's going to do a fit tip. We're going to come back and continue the conversation. So Dr. John Page joins us here today. We got the tech all sorted out and really excited to have Dr. John here today. Dr. John Page, every single guest we ask this one question, most important question. Brother, how do you start your morning routine? What is your morning routine? And if you have no morning routine, we'd love to hear that too. But Paige, how do you start your day, brother? What time do you start your day? What time do you get up? And what's the first 2 things you do every single day?
I start about 4 a.m.
Yes.
And I feel like I should be like this so I could be like John, get a camera action going. I feel like I'm like less, like I'm at only 80% if I don't have this cool camera angle. But
real quick, brother, I got to tell you, yesterday when this whole thing was getting set up, I told his name's Ben, really cool cat, become a good friend of mine now. I said, listen, give me back my fax machine, give me back my straightforward camera angle. This is like shit this is way beyond me here. I got cords going everywhere. I want my fax machine. I want my straight ahead camera. So I'm struggling right now, just so you know. It's not as easy as it looks.
No, I hear you. I hear you. I'm on a refurbished laptop that's like weighs 5 pounds. I'm with you. I just wish I had your radio voice of whiskey over gravel. It's
Okay, I can't. That's something I can't help you with that one, but I'm totally with you. I got my computer's an old sack too. That's why I got this camera over here, because the camera on the machine is archaic. I got it with the fax machine.
Oh
there you
man.
go.
Okay,
Well, I'm learning from you already. To answer your question, Keith, to answer your question, I
Yes.
start about 4 a.m. because that's
Yeah.
when my body says, wake the hell up. So
Yes.
that's what I do.
Oh, baby.
Before I get out of bed, I go through 3 phrases. It's better than coffee because coffee lasts, it smells great, gives you a good buzz, and then you piss it out about an hour later. So it doesn't work great. I start my day with 3 phrases. I let go of, or I release, I'm grateful for, and I will focus on. And I put body motions with it because when I get my body and my mind and my spirit all aligned, this is before I get out of bed, then it aligns the whole rest of the day. It aligns the whole rest of the day. Because as I go through the day and I'm faced with something negative coming in, or a challenge or a struggle or just something that ticks me off, I can be reminded, because my body already did this, my mouth spoke it, my ears heard it, my body was involved, my mind heard it. All that is a reminder to say, don't get off track. Because in the morning, I release, it's like a chain link, right? If you hold on to stuff from yesterday, it's going to chain link you to it, and you'll carry it with it like a burden into this day.
Dude.
So in the morning, I just say, I release from yesterday. I release my frustration with a credit card payment that didn't go well, whatever it is. 1, 2, maybe 3 things. It's not a laundry list. Just a couple of things. I release, and then when my hands are free, I'm open now, right? Because I've released all the crap from yesterday. I'm grateful for, and I bring it to me. Yes. I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful for a job that gives me freedom and autonomy. I'm grateful for my daughters and my wife, whatever it may be. I'm grateful, John, to your point. I'm sorry to hear about the loss you're experiencing with friends of the family. That stuff happens. And your family is responding in kindness and compassion to that other family. But in that, you can find a moment. I'm grateful for what I do have. And so I bring that to myself. And now that I've let go of stuff and I've brought in goodness into my life, into my mind, into my body, into my spirit, then I can, and I know it's cheesy as hell, but it works. I focus, right? Binoculars, focus in. I focus in on 1, 2, 3 things. Again, not a laundry list. I'll focus in on the couple of things that are going to make the biggest difference in my day, whatever that may be. Maybe it's a work project. Maybe it's a tough conversation I have to have with a friend, whatever it may be. But that fuels me all the way through the day, because if stuff comes up, no, I focused on something. That keeps me on track, on point. And when I start my day like that, and I've been doing this for about a year, working this habit into my morning routine, it has changed my day. It doesn't mean that frustrating things don't come up. It doesn't mean that things happen. Oh, God, man, why is this going on?
Yeah.
But those simple motions, those simple phrases lodge literally in my body, in my mind, so that throughout the day, I can bring that to the top. I can bring it right back in focus. It's an amazing thing. I urge you to try it for 7 days in a row. See if something doesn't happen for you.
Like brother, I just got it. Holy Toledo. That is so powerful. And the thing that just is so remarkable to me is it's so similar to some of the things that I do. I'm so grateful that you are here today, because I'm going through a tough one, and to hear someone just basically explaining how something like that works for them, it just makes me feel like I'm doing the right thing. And today's one of those days. I've been looking for a signal. I'm looking for the universe to tell me, yes, you're pointed in the right direction. Keep going. And it's 5:35 in the morning, and I just got my signal. So, brother, thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And that's the key point of these negative things that happen, right? Your weekend was hell. I was just listening to y'all for 10 minutes. I'm like, holy cow, he's having a hell of a weekend all the way into Monday. This is a tough deal. And what I've found is working with all these people is we expect these negative things. They're not supposed to happen to us because we've created this world where everything's supposed to go our way. But the thing is, negative stuff, adverse challenges, they're supposed to happen. We live in a really crazy, messed up world, right? And so the key that you're doing, John, that I saw, and I want to applaud you for this, and it works for everyone, is you found meaning in it. And you find meaning in it when you connect with something that's big with you, the universe, right? The universe is showing you this has happened. What are you going to do? Not about it. What are you going to do with it? It's for you. It's not happening to you. It's happening for you. It doesn't diminish the grief and the mourning that family's going through, not at all, or that you're experiencing. But what you're doing is you're pulling meaning from it instead of curling up into a ball and going, oh, God, this sucks and God's against me and all the other negative stuff that will swirl around into a whirlpool. You're finding meaning in it. You did that with the text to your family, right? You're pulling meaning from this negative circumstance, and that connects you to something bigger, to the universe, God, higher power, whatever you want to call it. But when you connect with something that's outside of you, you have made the greatest connection because it gives you into a new moment. It puts you into a new energy that wasn't there before.
Brother, I got to say, it's just number one, thank you so much. I have a saying I repeat to myself all the time, and I repeat it to others as well, is life happens for us, not to us. And it's easy to say that, but in the moment, sometimes it's difficult to execute it. And I was really digging to honor that phrase. And just, I cannot tell you how thankful and grateful I am to hear you hear me and point out that because it's just allowing me to know that I'm on the right track today. It's who you are, but at the same time, you're in that troubled space. Call it a moment of weakness, call it a moment of lack of clarity with all the shit going on. To hear you come in and say that, just it was that button, that last button that needed to be pushed in my mind that says, yes, keep going. So thank you.
Yeah, no, you're welcome. You're very welcome.
You're hanging out with Keith Bellis, C. Marty Fit, John Anderson, and our guest, Dr. John Page, here in the center stage segment.